welcome back to the We Don't Know Shit podcast. This is episode 3. Quick shout out to Draft Pick for producing our intro music and our outro music.
Yeah. We'll give him a shout out on Twitter? You can find him on Twitter?
Yeah, I shout him out on Twitter, but all his info will be in the show notes. So just check the show notes wherever you're at and wherever you're listening to this at, and his information will be there. If you like that music, go bump it. He got more of it. It's pretty dope, especially for UMCs out there that want to rap. He's got some really, really dope instrumentals, so check that out.
Nice.
But so yeah, where we're at today is we got less than 24 hours until the NBA trade deadline hits.
Dun dun dun.
And there's already a bunch of moves that have been made, so let's go over a couple of them.
All right, hit me with some because I don't really have that much
especially
background.
The big news is the Lakers have made a trade. The Lakers have finally made a trade, and it's not the trade that everybody's thinking of. It's actually
Luke Walton for
Pat Riley. No, it's Svi Mikhailuk and a second-round pick going to Detroit Pistons for Reggie Bullock.
That's kind of interesting.
I actually like it because, I mean, Svi's just not ready. He's got great skills. He's an awesome shooter. I actually really like his hustle. He could be a good NBA role player, but he's just too young. He's not ready, to be on a championship team with LeBron.
Right, Lakers are win now.
Right.
Lakers are win now. There's the build. Exactly. That shit's over. They're in win now mode, and
Reggie Bullock, he's been around.
Reggie Bullock's a shooter.
He's been around. Yes,
that's all they got him for. They got him because they needed a shooter, and he's a shooter.
He's got a career 39.8% three-point percentage, which is decent. He's on an expiring contract, so even if they don't want to keep him after this year, we don't have to. This season alone, he's made 2.6 threes per game.
Yeah.
So
he's a specialist.
Yes.
He's
perfect.
a specialist.
That's something. That's a perfect good LeBron pairing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that just sounds like a LeBron move.
But it's a good bench. He's a good bench player, especially if they're going to clear house. If they potentially clear house, and they're going to need something still in there that's NBA ready. That's someone that could play in the NBA.
It's kind of like that little last run that they gave the Cavs last year. They're sort of building something like that, but potentially better because there'll be another superstar here, of course.
Right.
But that's the only thing that you guys got to remember. That's the only thing that was missing from that Cavs squad. It still made the finals.
Yeah, I mean, on the back of LeBron for sure.
Of course, but they built that team to get there too, to get it into the playoffs.
Of course.
So that team was meant to get into the playoffs, and then LeBron just took over.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he'll help get you there as long as he has good pieces, right?
Right. But LeBron's going to always need help. He can't.
Oh, of course.
You can't just.
But that's the new NBA too, though.
Yeah, that's
the Warriors aren't winning just with Curry.
Right.
No way.
Right.
It's not happening. They tried that already.
Okay, so another trade that happened, another LA team has made a trade, and the Clippers have made a trade with the Philly 76ers. Yeah, Jerry West strikes again. So the Clippers sent Tobias Harris, Boban Marjanovic, and Mike Scott to the 76ers for Landry Shamet, Wilson Chandler, and Mike Muscala, plus a 2020 first-round pick and a 2021 first-round pick, which is Miami's 2021 first-round pick.
Wow, those picks are... I mean, that's classic Jerry West.
That's Jerry West right there.
That's classic Jerry West. Those picks are awesome.
GM of the century.
They came up right there. Woo!
And great job by Elton Brand too. I mean, because it's a great trade for both teams.
Yeah, I forget that Elton Brand's there.
Yeah, it's actually a really great trade for both teams.
Unfortunately.
I mean, he's doing a good enough job for me that the results are showing. So
I'm not saying it's a smart reason to not believe, and it's the stupidest reason actually.
Yeah,
but he just doesn't look the part. But hey,
the results show. So
and that's kind of how his career was too.
Right.
He didn't hit you with flash or anything, but he was consistent.
No, he was a worker, hard worker.
Consistent.
Injuries kind of got to him, but that is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I think both teams come out as winners for this trade. This is a great trade for both teams. But the real question now is, obviously Philly is all in. They're giving up those draft picks that they've been, accumulating throughout the years. They're giving up pretty much nothing, just the draft picks, and they're going and they're getting Tobias. They got Boban, who's a good 7. I think he's like 7'7" or some shit. He's a fucking
like
stupid tall.
Boban's decent though.
And Mike Scott. I mean, they're
okay
getting
with-
really good
I'm okay
players.
with
They're getting
Boban,
pretty good
yeah.
players in. And Clippers are doing a great job by, managing future cap, and getting those first round picks back. That's way
Sixers probably
beneficial.
just had to think like, can we beat Milwaukee, Toronto,
Right.
and
I think they can with that
and
squad.
Boston.
I think they
Even
can.
though Boston shouldn't be in that discussion, but we're just gonna leave them in there for
because we don't know the playoffs. They could be a whole different team.
Yeah,
in the
for
playoffs.
Boston's sake. Yeah, because they just know how to win. But
Right.
I mean, they just probably looked at that realistically, and they're like, this is as wide open as the East is ever gonna be. You know what I mean? We got to take advantage now because Embiid is constantly getting injured. We don't know how long we're gonna see Embiid.
Yep.
Ball.
No, that's true.
That's just the truth.
So Philly is all in
Unfortunately.
right now. But are they the favorites to win the East?
No.
No.
Still no.
Still no.
It's still Toronto. Yeah. The
Yeah.
Kawhi factor for
Mm.
me. Sorry.
But what if Toronto makes a trade today? What if they send Kyle Lowry out and
Well, it'd be
they
it.
shake up the roster a little bit?
Well, if they shake up the roster, then they just probably know that Kawhi is not coming back. That's
That's a
the
good
only way
point.
they do that. But if they don't know that, they're not going to do that. They can't do that. They can't risk it.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure that Kawhi hasn't given any assurances yet. Anyway,
No,
so
he's not. This is gonna.
It's
If
up
you've
to
seen
them.
what he did last season, like this is gonna go down to the wire with Kawhi. You know what I mean? Or in the middle of the season, whatever.
And there was
around
that
Kawhi.
early report that that the Grizzlies were going to send Mike Conley and Gasol to Toronto for Valanciunas and Kyle Lowry, but there was never a report from Woj or Shams on that.
That one seems a little
So
weird to
that
me.
one feels like
That seems.
I
like
think a reporter
fucking
got fed.
fantasy trade.
Well, I think a reporter got fed
Yeah,
information by an
that
agent
doesn't-
either trying to sack a trade or to make one happen somewhere else. Because then the news that came, then Shams actually reported that Charlotte's looking to get Gasol, and then the Grizzlies held Gasol out last night.
Okay.
So that seems more realistic. And man, I mean, if it's a rumor that big where
Well, based on that,
these
he's
four
on the move for
if
sure.
those four
then.
players were getting moved and Shams and Woj weren't reporting on it, it's kind of hard to believe it.
That's strange, but everybody loses their touch eventually. There's been guys like
No.
Woj before. You know what I mean?
Not like that.
What's his name that works on Fox? He used to be like that.
Not like that though.
Oh yeah, he used to be on point. He knew when everybody was moving. He knew like 2 or 3 days before anybody was moving.
Who?
Damn, what's his name?
See?
On fucking Fox.
You don't know shit.
Yeah, I definitely don't know shit. I'm fucking shooting blanks over here. God.
All right,
damn.
so obviously the Grizzlies do want to move Mike Conley and Marc Gasol by the deadline, and another team shopping their players is New Orleans. Obviously, you know the Anthony Davis thing, but besides that, they're also shopping Mirotic and Julius Randle. I'm actually kind of surprised they're shopping Julius so early after just signing him. So
Julius just has a way of just not making an impression.
yeah, maybe
I don't-
that's what it is. I don't know.
'Cause
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't get it. It's weird. It's weird, but it's common. Oh, Chris Broussard.
Oh
Chris
yeah,
Broussard was
Broussard.
on top of his game.
Well, Broussard's still plugged in, but
No, he's still plugged in, but look how much it's weaned. You know what I mean? Like somebody's gonna keep climbing that ladder because
Yeah.
it's all about who could get inside, and these guys are just gonna keep undercutting each other. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, don't be surprised. Like, it probably wouldn't happen because they work so closely and because Woj probably brought Shams.
I mean, there's obviously a few.
Don't be surprised
my
if it's
thing
just
is, look,
Shams later.
But my point is, look, they don't have to break the news. If they're not reporting on the news, then it's probably not popping. It's probably not true. Because there's a lot of times where they don't break the news, but they still report it.
Yeah.
But if they're not talking about it because their sources aren't telling them, and their sources are generally directly GMs, owners, players,
But haven't those guys
coaches.
been doing that on Twitter for so long now?
doing what?
Just like posting like rumors that they think, and then the guy
No.
that's pretty much hitting on them.
If you
becomes the
if you
next
look
guy,
look
right?
at Shams and Woj's track record, there's maybe a few instances where
They came
something
from
they said.
Yahoo? They came from
Yeah,
Yahoo?
there may
Okay.
be a few instances where something they said ended up not happening. but I want to say 99% of the time it's true. And I was reading an article the other day, I believe on Hoops Hype, that where they interviewed a bunch of agents who remained anonymous, and they were talking, and they said, yeah, if Shams or Woj ain't reporting it, like, I don't believe it.
I mean, it makes sense, but that's funny.
I mean, they don't have to break the news. Like,
no
they're just gonna, if they hear the news, then they call the GM, confirm the news, or they call the players, they call the agents, they call the coaches, they confirm the news, and then they tweet it out. And a lot of times, those agents were saying in that article that a lot of times that like Shams and Woj will report it before their players or before they even have the information.
Yeah. So
it's like they're finding out a lot of time from them. So if agents and players are finding out their fate,
well, that's that old story where the player's like, "Fuck, I found out on the internet."
Right. And who did he find out from? Most likely from a Shams tweet or a Woj tweet.
Who's the NFL guy that does that? I forget.
Adam Schefter.
There you go, Schefter.
And the other one's on NFL Network. I forget his name right now, but yeah. But Schefter
the one that went to the Raiders or what?
Mayock, no, he was more of a draft guy. He was a draft guy.
He was like a college football dude.
No, they have another dude that kind of looks like, he actually almost kind of looks like him too, like Schefter a little bit too. It's kind of weird.
Ass head.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But in other NBA news, John Wall had surgery the other day for his ruptured Achilles that he got by a slip and fall at his house.
What the fuck? He was making cupcakes. You
I
see?
don't know what the fuck.
You guys gotta be careful while you're baking at home. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? You ruptured your Achilles at home? At home?
I want to know more to that story. I want to know more.
No, because it's gonna be something stupid like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is. You're right. You're right.
It's gonna be something stupid. They don't want him to know, so he's gonna say, "I was practicing in my home gym." Like, what the fuck? You've never used your home gym.
Well, the thing is, it happened a couple weeks after coming off of that bone spur surgery where they removed the bone spurs, and then he injured his Achilles. But this happened a month ago. He barely had surgery for it the other day, so he didn't tell nobody.
That's fucking crazy.
Or either he told them and they didn't think it was bad enough that he needed surgery that day, but usually Achilles is an instant.
Can't even walk. What the fuck's going on?
That's what I'm saying. He was on some Kobe shit. But they said it wasn't fully...
No, that's worse than some
No,
Kobe
it wasn't
shit.
fully popped. It was like...
Yeah, it was ruptured.
It was just damaged, right? So...
What the fuck? He's one of those new NBA bots, dude. No, I'm serious.
So,
that's crazy.
He's going to miss at least 12 months. He's going to be out at least 12 months. And next season starts his big contract. So first year, he's getting $37.8 million.
What
Year 2, $40.8 million. Year 3, $43.8 million. And year 4, $46.8 million. The Wizards are on paper for.
They're fucking stupid. That's all I can say about that.
I mean,
they're fucking stupid.
You know,
typical
good for
Wizard shit.
Good for John Wall. Good for John Wall. I'm happy for him. You know, he got his money. It's popping, and you know he'll come back and play.
Of course, good for him. But the Wizards are fucked.
Yeah,
the Wizards are completely fucked as usual, and they.
So what can they do?
They took forever to admit they were dysfunctional, so now they're here.
But what can the Wizards do now?
What? They just got to sell a house. That's it. Yep. They got nothing else they could do.
That's my thought too. And I think their best bet is to just free up some cap space, get younger, get some draft picks, and just ride those 4 years out. Or maybe they can find someone to take on that contract later on. You know, I'm thinking Knicks or somebody.
Who would you move? Who would you move from the Wizards, and to what team would you like to see them go?
I think. Well, I mean, you got a lot of money tied up in 3 guys, right? You have John Wall, you have Bradley Beal, and you have Otto Porter. Mm-hmm. John Wall is currently not movable.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Well,
there's nothing you can do about that.
Excluding John Wall, because that's ridiculous.
So technically, you only have 2 big money pieces that you can get return for, right? I don't know how much return you can get for Otto Porter. That's yet to be seen, because he, I believe, is also slightly overpaid.
Yeah.
He's a good fantasy player, but
that's it.
But it doesn't.
He's not effective anymore.
It doesn't translate necessarily.
He had a lot of potential early on, though. He had a lot of potential. He looked really nice.
You know,
now
he has been coming off a couple injuries, so maybe he just hasn't fully regained his form, and maybe he'll get it back, and he'll
just
reach
be
that
good
potential
on a really solid team. Imagine him on the Warriors.
Oh well, that's ridiculous.
Shit. Of course, that's ridiculous. But I'm just saying.
But it's possible, right?
Hey,
that's ridiculous. But I mean, I could see maybe a move to, for him. I mean, there's a lot of places that could use a small forward, right. You know, a 2-3-4, right?
Right.
Someone that could play throughout those three positions.
And they can shoot.
So there's a lot of teams that could use that. I mean, it's up to. I mean, I don't know who can offer the best what. I haven't really taken a look at that trade, but a trade that I have looked at is one for Bradley Beal. And the only reason why I looked at this is because this morning I was talking to Oscar. Shout out to Oscar. You can find him on Twitter at Beans for Prez. That's with a Z, Prez with a Z. But yeah, we were talking this morning about what are the Lakers going to do now? Like, they backed out of the AD trade, right? Because they were going to give up way too much. Way too much. And I think they realized it, and it's a blessing that the Pelicans didn't accept that offer and just clean LA out. They could have just cleaned us out real quick. But I'm happy that that deal so far, up until 1:30, the day before the deadline, hasn't happened yet. But
well, it's sort of off the table. Didn't they say that it was off the table?
Yeah, I mean they pulled out. They pulled out. They're waiting for Pelicans to make an offer. They're not going to bid against themselves. It doesn't make sense, right?
Of course, but let's see what this counter looks like. It's going to be interesting.
But I believe the Lakers should go with Plan Beal.
Right? Oh, man. Wow.
Plan Beal.
Wow. Plan
right?
Beal. Yeah. Okay. Let's hear it.
So
Pizza Planet.
If I'm Rob Pelinka, Magic, right? I'm gonna call the Wizards GM up and I'm gonna throw out an initial offer. Obviously, it's just an opening offer, so there's much room for different pieces or different things. But I'm looking at personally when I came up with this trade, I'm trying to look at it from a neutral perspective. What do the Wizards need, and what do the Lakers need, right? Okay. So the Lakers need another All-Star next to LeBron.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
And a mini D Wade is a good start, in my opinion. Right?
Okay. You're calling Beal a mini D Wade.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I think he could fill that void, you know, that type of role. I don't mean to minimize him in any way, but I mean like in that D Wade role.
Well, first of all, it is very hard to compare anybody to D Wade.
Yeah.
D Wade was great.
Right.
D Wade do not.
Right. No, there's
no question about that. Just because he's old now, and you know.
Right. No, I mean, he was a killer. Yeah. He was a killer.
Yeah, he was awesome.
So Lakers obviously need the All-Star. The Wizards, we just talked about how much money they got tied up in John Wall and Otto and Bradley, right?
Right.
So they need to cut salary, they need to get younger, and they need to get draft picks, right? And they still need to maintain quality.
Yeah,
right.
That makes sense.
So their best way to do it, and this would be my initial offer to them, is if I'm Lakers, I'm giving them Brandon Ingram, KCP, and Lance Stevenson plus a 2020 first round pick for Bradley Beal. Now, KCP and Lance are on 1-year deals. At the end of the season, that frees up $16 million in cap space for the Wizards. So that gives them some play room, right? I
like that for the Wizards.
They also get Brandon Ingram.
Okay.
Right? So they have a nice young piece that they can help build with.
Yeah.
He's a ball handler. He plays a lot of the point guard role for the Lakers, so he can pick up some of that duty for John Wall while he's recovering from injury. And they get Brandon Ingram. I mean, that's a fucking good deal. Ingram gets closer to home.
That's a good deal for the Wizards because that clears them of all that mess.
Right
away. They get to rebuild immediately.
And then Lakers get their All-Star.
John Wall, but I mean.
And then Lakers get an All-Star.
Yeah.
And Bradley Beal.
That's nice. Bradley Beal paired with LeBron would be.
And Bradley Beal's a very good two-way player.
Yeah.
Like he's not just a get buckets, or he's not just a defender or 3-and-D type of guy. Like he could play, he could guard your best player, you know, on some nights.
He's not the greatest at
no.
defense.
Oh
but
no,
yeah,
I mean
yeah.
he's not like Clay or Kawhi, right? But yeah, he's
he'll
definitely
do diligence.
right. He's
on D
definitely
for sure.
solid.
Yeah.
And then for the Lakers, obviously that frees up, it doesn't free up any cap space because they're taking on more money with Bradley Beal's contract and they're giving up by giving away these 3 guys. But so it doesn't necessarily help them too much in terms of financial wise, but they still have all these other players that are on 1-year deals. Right. Plus they have the young kids, so financially they'd be straight. They still probably add another, semi-max salary.
No, eventually, yeah, but they get to go on the full rebuild immediately.
But I'm saying, well, for the Lakers, I'm talking about. I'm talking about for the Lakers, right? Because they're getting Beal and they're getting Bron, and they have Bron, right? So they still have enough to go out and get KD or Kawhi or maybe even both. No, they won't get both.
Or whatever,
yeah. I mean, obviously, and realistically, I don't see AD as the best player to put next to LeBron. You got a guy here that has averaged for his NBA career 64 games a year, never won a playoff series. He doesn't play.
These are all facts.
He's not in the game.
Unfortunately, you got to be on the court.
Why are you going to give up the whole farm for a guy that can't play?
To be worthy of that guy that takes you, but to be the guy that takes you the extra step, where you like Curry had to stop with his injury bullshit that he had early on, or else the Warriors were never gonna fucking win. It just wasn't gonna happen.
And sometimes that's how the dice roll. I get it.
I guess
sometimes
that could happen for AD, but he's a much bigger player, so that's why I worry about.
Yeah,
I mean, think he's gonna recover the same.
He doesn't have the best track record when it comes to injuries, so trading everything for a guy, I mean, he's super duper talented, but it's all on the matter if he can stay on the court. And obviously that goes for every single player in the entire game across the world.
It's how you have to do evaluation on these players.
But it's like, can he do it? Until I can see him play 82, nah. And there's more than 82 games a season for a playoff team. And there's way more than 82 games for a championship winning team.
Yeah, I guess I can agree with the AD argument. But like, if you just had to get him last resort, it would still be nice, though.
I would not give up the whole farm for a last resort pick.
No, not the trade that they were making. No. Like if they gave away, it would still suck. But like if they gave away Ingram and something else, you know what I mean? You'd just be like,
right. If it was a lot lower offer,
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
they might just make it work,
but not the farm. Not Ingram, Kuzma, Ball, Hart, KCP, fucking everybody.
What do you think they were thinking when they sent that offer? Just like
Magic was shook.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking
Magic was
throw
shook.
something so wild that they can't not take it.
But this is Magic. This is the guy that wanted to hang Lonzo Ball's jersey in the rafters the day he fucking drafted him.
Yeah, but
this is that guy. So of course he's gonna throw the fucking farm at AD. Imagine what he thinks of AD if that's what he thinks of Lonzo.
That's true, but I think it's also a little bit of him now not just being Lakers like committed Magic. Like he went off into his own business ventures, and he just knows how to do shit.
Right.
Like
I mean, he can handle business, but and we always say NBA is a business, but it's also you also have to be able to evaluate talent.
Of course, but there's no loyalty, is what I mean. And there doesn't need to be.
It's business.
And it doesn't need to be. And that's what helps him because
we're not talking about loyalty.
Look what he did with the Dodgers.
I'm not talking about loyalty though.
He took them to 2 World Series by just fucking breaking them apart a few times until they figured out all the pieces. He did it a few times. People just think that he's built that team over years. Yeah, kind of, with the farm.
I mean, and I don't think he had that much influence on what the Dodgers are doing anyway, super honest.
No, but he was in there.
I think
he was seeing it happen.
I think he was more on... He probably helped more with marketing and shit like that than necessarily the structure of the team and how to build the team.
No, but he still had to be. He still had to be in those meetings.
No, of course. I'm sure he understands it, and he's taken some of that inspiration and brought it over here.
So he got to be in there like a real good CEO and just sit back while he watches his team devise a plan. Kind of, even though it wasn't technically his team.
Yeah, per se. He wasn't even CEO.
But I'm saying that's how he was seeing it. That's how he was absorbing it.
Anyway,
that's how he was absorbing it.
He's probably more name than stake.
And being in the meeting alone would just make you better. Even if it was just me or you, if we were in that meeting, we'd just be like, fuck, we kind of understand how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, of course. I'm not saying he don't get it, but he don't get it. I mean, realistically, like,
well,
look at him. Look at what he's done.
I don't think it's that he doesn't get it. I think he's just too aggressive. He doesn't know how to pace himself.
I think he's just
It's
too
just
caught
like,
up
what's going
on the Lakers more than necessarily caught up in building a good basketball team.
Because he knows if he fucks this up, like, damn, you know what I mean? He was once considered the greatest Laker of all time.
What happens when you think that you're gonna fuck some shit up? You're gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah, you're already shook. Yeah,
you already lost.
You
already lost.
That just goes to show how much bigger the Lakers are than any personality.
Yeah, and
that's crazy. I imagine Boston's like that too.
Sure. Sadly, like the only way I feel like to save the Lakers is to bring Jerry West back. And I shouldn't even say that sadly.
Yeah, that's
the only thing I think is sad about is that we would have to get rid of Magic and Rob. I think Rob has actually been great for the Lakers. I think if we didn't have Rob, we would have been robbed already.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got good return back for D'Angelo. Not the best, but they could have got better. You know?
How long until Rich Paul becomes a fucking GM? Oh, shit.
I don't know.
It could happen. It could happen. At this
point,
I wouldn't even.
But I don't know if that's something he wants to do.
No, of course not. But hey, if it just came up, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think it makes sense for him. One, he'd make less money. Okay. Two, he'd have less control.
But what if he went somewhere with LeBron? What if he shipped LeBron somewhere knowing that he was going to get the job, got that job, and then damn, that would be crazy.
I mean,
that would be crazy.
Then that would be like some sort of form of collusion, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
Or tampering or something, right?
Probably, but they'd probably have to figure out why the team was able to.
Well, who's to say that's not what they're trying to do with AD right now?
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing with AD right now.
How can we still sit here in 2019 and believe that everybody's playing by the fucking rules? Are you kidding me? Like, there's wild shit happening back there.
God,
there's so much dirt, but they're just doing it it's calculated dirt.
So
you know
wild.
what I mean?
It's
calculated dirt. Like, they're tiptoeing around it, but they're doing it. It's getting done.
Yeah.
So that's what I got to say. You got any more NBA news, or is that
I think that's pretty much it for NBA news today.
Yeah.
We are less than 24 hours away from the NBA trade deadline, so by the time we even finish this episode, there's going to be more moves and more news that we haven't covered, so we'll leave that for everybody else that's going to be on Twitter. By the time they hear this, the deadline might already have passed.
If a crazy one happens and we only got like a minute left, we're just going to shout it out.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
You look it up yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, man.
But,
yeah.
Did you watch the game last night, the Laker game last night?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Man.
I was at a school mandatory meeting.
Last night, during the Laker game, Brandon Ingram was shooting free throws, right? And the crowd in Indiana was they started chanting, "LeBron's gonna trade you." Man,
that's kind of funny.
Hey, but he iced the free throws.
Of course, because Ingram has never shown any kind of mental toughness. Why would
he iced them? What do you mean?
Oh, he scored them?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant that.
Boy, you better stop shooting on them like that.
I thought you meant the fans iced them. Like
I think Brandon Ingram's super mentally tough. I just don't think he's physically tough. I don't think he can understand. I don't think he can handle.
I just don't see toughness in him at all. Like,
man, he's a grinder. I give him that. And I'm not even really a fan of Brandon Ingram, but I could tell he's a grinder.
Yeah, but he just frustrates me. Oh, well. That's just the Laker fan in me.
Oh, we actually do have some news to report.
Oh, breaking news.
Woj bomb. The Miami Heat is acquiring Phoenix Suns' Ryan Anderson in the deal for Tyler Johnson. So they, okay, cool.
What the fuck?
They sent,
These
Miami
are throwaway
sent,
deals.
Yeah, Miami sent Tyler Johnson to the Suns for Ryan Anderson, essentially.
The fact that Ryan Anderson gets traded anywhere in 2019 is hilarious. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was still in the league. Fucking Ryan Anderson.
It's a good shooter, man.
Yeah, but not...
And especially nowadays, that's all it is 3-point shooting.
Yeah, but
so you need a guy that can stretch the floor.
He's not consistent enough, and when you play him too much, he gets injured. So, no. He's done.
And the Milwaukee
Wow.
Bucks have traded Thon Maker to
Wookiees.
Detroit for Stanley Johnson.
Yeah. No. These are those little in between trades.
Yeah, and then Philly is getting Malachi Richardson from the Raptors, along with the draft rights to Emir Preldzik and a 2022 second round pick in exchange for cash consideration. So they're just buying them with money. Hey, we'll give you, $700,000 here. Shoot us 2 players and a draft pick for like 700 racks.
Oh man.
No, I don't know how much money it was, but it is what it is.
But it's a nice little exchange like that.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it's a decent little move.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Hey man, Sixers are stacking up right now.
What'd they get now? Or is it the same?
That's what I'm saying. They just got that deal for Malachi Richardson. They just did the deal with the Clippers. Philly is stacking. They're going all in right now to win this championship this year, or at least to win the East.
Yeah, I'm not mad at them. This is the best time to do this. And just go for it. Gun for it. Why not? And to me, it sounds exciting because it'll make the East very interesting.
Oh, super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the East is way more interesting than the West anyway. Just there's so much more parity there.
Yeah, that's the LeBron effect after he left. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean it's really interesting to see what Philly's gonna do now this season. I think
So who do you think are gonna be the starting 5
for Philly?
For Philly now, yeah.
Oh man,
what's the ideal starting 5? Like maybe Ben Simmons obviously at point guard, right?
Ben.
What if you put Redick at the 2? Jimmy Butts
at the 3.
At the 3. Your 4, we're probably gonna try Tobias for sure. Yeah, right. That makes sense.
5 Embiid.
Boom. That's a sick ass top 5, man. Solid as fuck. That to me it makes me look like just think about it and it's like fuck, they might have already won the East.
Maybe.
That's really fucking solid for the East.
That's actually a really nice starting 5.
Yeah.
That's a real nice starting 5.
Wow. Okay. That alone made me happy with the trade deadline. Because you know how there has to be a moment for the trade deadline where something... Of course, no super big names have left yet. But that was like... If the trade deadline ended right now, this instance,
right.
I'd be like, you know what? That was pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy what Philly did. Just load it up like
Philly
that.
just came up real quick.
Yeah. Philly came up real quick. They're ready to take over the East. Wow. Also, I feel that way right now. With that starting 5. That's nice.
Yeah, that's a solid 5. And also, like, they got the Raptors who might unload. They got the Celtics who can't figure out what the fuck is going on. Like, they are in the prime position to just take the East and lock it up for a couple years.
Oh, man.
They could lock it up for a couple years right there.
Thinking about it, I wouldn't mind seeing the Sixers in the finals, to be honest.
It'd be something different, change of pace.
Yeah, it'd be a change.
They'd get cooked, but it'd be nice.
Yeah, but it'd be nice. It'd be
fun to watch, and it's interesting.
I think they would make it interesting. I think that team would make it interesting against a Western team.
I think that lineup could.
Yeah.
That lineup really could. JJ obviously is the weaker link of that, but obviously he makes up for it in multiple ways anyway.
Yeah.
So
it's the intangibles with JJ,
and then it's just about how Brett Brown gets them going. So yeah, actually, man, Philly. Congratulations.
Philly, we see you, man. You motherfuckers are coming for the East. Wow.
Man, hey, send some cheesesteaks out this way for us.
Yeah, man. Geno's or whatever the fuck the other one is, but some real cheesesteaks right now. God damn, man. Like when you walk in somewhere and you're like, where them sandwiches at?
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what they can do. I think, man, dude. Yep. That's
I'm telling you, if the trade deadline ended right now, I'd be happy with that being the top trade of the fucking deadline. Like, whoa.
And I'd be super happy that Lakers didn't give up everything for nothing.
The whole farm and shit.
Yeah. As much as I like AD as a player, man, it's not the right trade.
Weren't they going to send a They were also gonna send a championship trophy in a duffel bag.
Man, a championship trophy. They were gonna get a pair of Shaq sneakers signed.
Oh fuck that! Those old Spalding ones, those Spalding pumps.
A little vial of Magic's blood. They were gonna get
yeah, that shit's getting morbid.
They were gonna get. Remember when Kobe wore the mask, the face mask? They were gonna get that signed by Kobe. They were gonna get all kinds of like memorabilia and shit in return.
And like a fucking Scotch glass of fucking Jack Nicholson's.
They also Dell Demps would have got a statue in front of Staples Center. All that would have been crazy.
Yeah, sounds. Would have
been popping.
But that's how terrible that trade was gonna be.
Yeah,
just give him everything.
Just hey, you know what?
Just give him everything. Give him the family dog. All
Take
that
everything.
Shit. Fuck it. We don't care anymore. Did you hear that some guy on the Super Bowl, he bet $250 on a prop bet. The prop bet was that the fucking Rams would only score 3 points, man. $250, okay? So, man, I can't think of the odds right now. But if you guys are smart enough out there and you guys do your math, you guys will be able to figure it out in your head. He ended up winning $100,000
from
off of $250.
Damn.
That's just like a nice $250. You're like, fuck it, I got $250 in my pocket. Like
that boy had the inside info.
He's like 3 points.
The fix was in.
3 fucking points. I think. Yeah, they're not gonna score more than 3 points. They got Greg the Leg though. They got Greg the Leg. He'll kick a fucking 60-yarder. Fuck it, he'll kick a 70-yarder. It's over. $100,000. Whoa, dude, off of $250. That's the kind of gamble I need in my life. Where has that gamble been my entire life? And parlays and all kinds of other dumb shit. Jeez, dude. Prop bet of the year. Props to him. Props to him. How about that? Man. What would you do with 100,000 G's right now? First thing you would do.
Man.
First thing you would do.
100 grand. I would go get something to eat because I'm hungry right now.
That makes sense. I would probably get something to eat too, but I was thinking more along the lines like, man, maybe like a pack of gum or some shit.
No, but I'm hungry, so I would go get like a breakfast burrito. Or, you know what? I would go get some carne asada fries from Albertita's.
Oh, fuck.
With the bacon,
I would probably,
extra cheese, popping.
Yeah, or get a drink. I'd probably get a drink. Maybe.
Oh, and I would go buy a new car.
That's it? Yeah, a car's all you're getting out of it? You get a fucking Tesla?
Yeah, you go buy a used Tesla for like $50.
Yeah, you get a Tesla.
I ain't gonna spend 50 racks on lunch, so
listen,
cool,
you get a Tesla and a fucking cheeseburger, and you're good.
Good.
Yeah, and you're good, and you're like, how much did that cost you?
And then put the autopilot on for the dispensary. Take me to the dispensary, motherfucker.
Man, I spent $250 for a Tesla and a cheeseburger, motherfucker. God damn, that's a nice
the best cheeseburger I ever had.
Hell yeah, $250 cheeseburger better be good shit. Return that shit.
Also last night, Lakers game, LeBron became the 5th player ever to cross the 32,000 points mark.
Oh shit.
He is now less than 300 points away from passing Michael Jordan for 4th on the all-time list.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say like 200 million Twitter likes. He was gonna be the first player to ever get that.
Maybe.
Or does he have more than that already?
Probably.
No, probably not. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But you gotta remember they're like worldwide. But I think the number one athlete is Ronaldo. I think he's got the most followers.
Yeah, I don't even think there's that much internet worldwide.
I think Ronaldo got the most followers out of all the athletes. Wow. Seems like it would make the most sense.
Yeah. He's more world famous for sure than any other of the top athletes.
Right.
Definitely makes sense to me. I mean, those athletes get third world love. Yeah. Stardom love. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Yeah. They get crazy love everywhere they go.
Everywhere they go, they know him. Even if it's showing in their neighborhood. Yep. Like they might not have seen him play since he was like fucking 14 maybe. If that. They probably don't even know what he looks like. Like Jesus Christ. We don't know what the fuck Jesus Christ looks like. Yeah. That's crazy. Like they just know he wears number 7. Very good.
Very, very good.
Yeah. That's all you need to know. You're a star out there. That's nice. Yeah, that's hardcore worldwide fame though.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous fame. Mm-hmm. Man, you see he's going through that
through that rape charge?
Yeah, it's crazy. I read that story, I was like, God damn, this feels weird. If it's true, I don't know if it's true or not, but if it's true, I'm like, damn, this fucker is weird.
Yeah, it's just like, but it's I still don't get it. Like, why if you're that big and you're especially if you're cocky as fuck,
Right.
which he is, like, how do you
Right.
not get it? Like, dude, don't
And that's
put
the thing,
yourself
he
in stupid
does.
fucking
I'm
situations
sure he
like
does. Like, that's what's even
man.
more weird. Like, I don't know. It just seems odd. And then the fact that like those papers, the documents that, you know, where he stated that it's like, yeah, like, well, basically he corroborated her story. He said what she said was true, essentially, in those sealed documents that have since been released.
I didn't even know about those.
Yes. So
what does it say on them? Do you remember?
I mean, specifically, no, and I don't necessarily want to get into all that too much,
Okay.
but the gist of it was essentially he agreed and said yes, that's true, and he signed it. His signature is on the paper.
What the fuck? This is weird. This sounds
Right.
like some conspiracy theory
Right,
shit.
it does.
What the
But
fuck's going on?
I mean, and they paid her off. And they paid her already. She already cashed the check.
So then why is she still pursuing it? What's happening? Or is she still pursuing it?
I think she is, but I don't know how that works all out in the legal aspect. But typically when you sign a piece of paper and say that whatever this person said that you did is true, and then you went and paid her, what, $150,000 or whatever it was.
Oh, he didn't pay her enough. $150,000?
Nah, it probably was more.
Man.
But I think it was like that. I think that's what she got after like the lawyer's cuts and all that shit.
That would have killed it for me.
Right.
I would have been disrespected. I would have been like $150,000, man.
Yeah, and like the story was
kind
of crazy because when they had to do this negotiation, they were set up in two different rooms that were like side by side rooms, and then it was like her and her peoples in one room, and him and his peoples in another room. And they had a mediator that went back and forth that made sure to handle the shit. And she's over here crying in one room. And,
I've seen that shit.
And
before.
he's over here fucking laughing, and like his peoples are laughing.
No, I've seen that shit. That shit's on what's the name of that channel? Discovery Channel, I think. Brain Games. That's what the fuck they were doing. They were out there doing brain games.
That's crazy. But yeah, so they paid her off, and he signed that paper. And to me, I mean, just from the outside looking in, on those little bit of facts, in my mind, I think he did it.
That sounds too fucking crazy, though.
I think he did it. But
I mean, of course, all of the evidence looks that way, but it just.
But without having the evidence here, without us going over it and looking through all of it, I'm not gonna just straight up say he did it. But my hunch is that he probably did. I mean, you don't say I did something, and you know what I mean. You don't sign a piece of paper saying you did something,
right?
If you didn't do it. And you don't pay someone off.
But that's the weird part to me. It's
right.
like, why would he do that? I don't know if that. We gotta.
And this was a while ago. This is when he was still, in Manchester United. Okay. This happened back before he was like Real Madrid Ronaldo, where it was just like
where he was a mega star.
Right. I mean, he was a star.
So like,
but he was still a star in the EPL, like not really worldwide.
Soccer fans, let's try to put it in basketball terms. What he was equivalent to when he was on Man U, like what kind of star do you think he would be? He was probably like a Paul George, maybe.
Okay. Really talented, super good, could be one of the best players.
Right.
But not exactly sure yet.
Right, not exactly sure.
Hasn't put it all together yet.
Or, this is, I just thought of an even better one. He's almost the same thing as what has happened to KD. Where it was like, man, you just kept seeing KD grow, and you knew he could be a star, but he was still far away, you know? You still knew it had to take some time, at least. Because KD kept getting better every year, you know what I mean? But then even when he got really good to the point where he is now, like you still didn't know if he could take a team over the hump. You know what I mean?
I think he's like a Dame Lillard.
Right? Ronaldo?
Yeah. Where it's like under the radar, but super duper crazy good, right? But the only reason why he's under the radar, for his example, was obviously because he was in United and they had so many good players at that time.
Right.
For Dame, he's not noticed because he's in Portland.
In a small market,
right.
Portland.
So
we don't,
reality.
you know what I mean? We don't
Yeah.
really see those games or nothing unless you're on TNT, ESPN, or you're playing the Lakers. We never
Or
see
you
you.
got that league pass.
Well,
Oh man,
Yeah,
league
yeah.
pass is.
but not everybody has League Pass. So it
if
is
you're
what
a
it is.
basketball fan, get yourself some league pass. That shit is amazing. I love league pass. But yeah,
Damn, loud ass truck driving by.
yeah, that happens here, folks.
That shit was loud.
We'll be all right.
But so do you have anything you want to talk about?
I was just thinking we should throw out a top 5 right now.
All right, you want to do that? Yeah, we've been thinking about doing finishing off our shows with top 5. So I think it's a good day to start. We got time.
All right.
So top 5 what? Top 5.
All right. Since we're on trade deadline,
Okay.
24 hours away, right?
Less than 24
Less
hours.
than 24 hours away.
Yeah.
And the biggest story that everybody's looking at, the one that we already talked about because they try to sell the farm, the Lakers, right? Which means they're openly admitting right there, we just want to pair LeBron with another star. We want to start winning.
Of course.
We want to start winning.
The window is so small. LeBron's 34 years old.
Right.
So the window is very tight and it's closing and it can't close
It's win
any
now.
day.
They're in win now mode. There's no turning back. Just by even offering that, they just made that statement. So I'm suggesting we do a top 5 players you'd love to see paired with LeBron.
Okay. Well, to start off, I still like Oscar's plan.
What's Oscar's plan here?
Plan Beal.
Oh, that's right, Plan Beal.
I like
Wow.
Plan Beal. That's a good pairing to have with LeBron. So I would put Beal in that mix. You want to go back and forth, or should we just lay out 5 each?
I'm just gonna throw out names there to kind of help me figure this out because I'm still thinking about it. But
Because I definitely put Beal in there.
and are we talking about just overall in the NBA, or that could be possible trades? Because I'd rather talk about just in general, like
Yeah,
who
it's
I'd
just in
love
general.
to ever see
Who would you
play
like
with
to
LeBron.
pair with LeBron?
Or with LeBron right now.
I just used Beal because I already gave that example earlier, so I might as well stick with it. I thought it was a great idea by Beans, and I'm gonna run with it. I like that. Plan Beal.
What do you think about a Lowry playing with LeBron?
If I'm gonna take a point guard that's often hurt, right? Lowry might be third on that list, right?
You'll
So
take CP3 over him?
I would take CP3 over him, yes, but I wouldn't take CP3 overall. No.
No, of course not.
Right.
We're not saying that. I'm saying, would you just take CP3 over Lowry? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. Right, so sticking
Because I
with
thought
injured...
about CP3 for a while, but then I was like, man, but I'd really just prefer to see Lowry at this point with LeBron.
Well, I mean, speaking of often injured point guards, I'm gonna go back to the well. Kyrie.
And just get Kyrie? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, they won a chip. And they won a chip for a team that was like, man, I never thought they would ever win a chip.
That makes sense. I mean, that makes sense to me now, but now I'm thinking somebody else that's not naturally.
I get it, but you know what? LeBron needs a killer like that. And Kyle Lowry isn't a killer like that.
Right.
He's a very good player.
No,
But he's not a killer like that. Chris Paul is a killer like that. But Chris Paul is hurt way too
Chris
often.
Paul's done at
It's
this point.
unreliable.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen anymore.
The injuries are unreliable.
What about DeMar? What if you brought over DeMar and played him at the one? He's been showing that pretty nicely in San Antonio.
To play point guard?
Not to play point guard, but to play distributor. He's been distributing the ball a lot better.
No, but everybody distributes the ball on San Antonio. That's how you
true.
play. That's how you play there.
That's true. That's a San Antonio way of life.
Right.
Very much so.
So,
Okay,
no
so
DeMar.
definitely not a DeMar.
No,
Definitely not a DeMar.
no. If we're gonna go with a 2 guard, then I'm looking at Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah,
or
Devin
Clay,
Booker, wow.
or Beal. Like those are the guys I'm looking at the 2 guard.
Wow.
Right.
I really like Devin Booker more than any of those guys that you just mentioned. That would be my favorite one out of that mix.
I'll take Clay still, because
I
I want.
said Clay.
Yeah, I
said
said Clay.
Okay, yeah.
I'd
would
still
definitely
take Clay
say
over that.
I would take Clay. I'll take Clay. That's not bad. Yeah, what about Dame? Since you talked about him earlier. Dame and
I
LeBron.
like Dame. Yeah, Dame and
hey,
LeBron would be crazy.
Hey.
Dame and LeBron
I
would be
really
crazy.
like that one. That's my favorite one of the ones that I thought about. Like the moment I thought about it, I was like, "Whoa, that could be a high-speed offense." You know what I mean? With a lot of flair and just something that could kind of course, not just them two pieces alone match the Warriors, but if you get enough around that, like it could be very Warrior-esque.
It can be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can be. It can
and
have
that
that
happens
feel.
that happens with Dame.
Honestly, like
I think
I love Steph Curry shooting, but I would rather have Dame.
Yeah.
I would definitely rather have Damian Lillard. Like, he's a killer. And he could do a lot more than just shoot.
At this point, are you okay with saying that Paul George and Russ wouldn't work with LeBron? Individually, not as a package deal.
Man, I think they would be great alongside LeBron too.
Yeah.
Individually or in a package. In a package?
Oh, it'd be. We just built a super team overnight.
In a package, that team will dominate.
Right.
That team will fucking dominate. The Warriors, everybody. That team will dominate.
But I like just Russ alone.
I do too.
To be honest.
But it's like he'll never win a championship if he's by himself.
Of course not. But
just like the Rockets aren't going to win either.
Oh man. Yeah, the Rockets. The illusion of the Rockets is very real.
Yeah, I mean, like Kobe said the other day, like that style of play is not built for winning championships. It can't. Because the style of play, that it's easier for the defenders to lock in on in the playoffs. They can lock in on that style of play.
I don't think Harden would be a great choice for LeBron.
No. He's too ball dominant.
I don't even like an Embiid.
No.
Not an Embiid.
If we were going to get into big men, my 3 big men choices would be Boogie, Jokic.
I was going to say Jokic, yeah. Jokic is the most interesting to me out of all of those.
Yeah.
Because
I think Jokic
would succeed the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Me too.
Yep.
Me
It's
too.
Crazy.
Yeah.
People, if you guys have not seen this guy play, man, slap it on as soon as the Nuggets are playing, please.
Yep.
He is a real all-star. Just a well-rounded player.
Fuck yeah.
But
I throw Draymond in that mix too.
Yeah, Draymond makes sense.
Draymond would be super solid with Bron.
Draymond would be good. At this point, Draymond, I think, would be good with any superstar.
Right.
Superstar.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
And the reason why I say Boogie too is because I feel like Bron needs like a Boogie or a Draymond, not necessarily a bully, but
a little bit of a bully,
a tougher guy that can just like keep everybody
especially in today's NBA where it's much harder to be the bully.
Yeah,
like these guys are already.
Oh yeah,
they're already established.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're established
in their ways.
You know that when you're playing against them, you're gonna have to get through them to score
for sure.
Giannis can do that. Giannis can get through those guys.
Yeah,
but his problem and the dynamic with him is that he can't shoot, right?
Yep. At least not yet.
Yeah, and do you take the chance that he ever does figure it out?
I mean, the asking price for Giannis would be way too high in terms of a trade. So I don't think that could ever get done in a deal. It would have to be a free agent signing.
You wouldn't ever throw out like big men like Cat or Drummond, Gobert.
I like Drummond and I like Gobert. I like Cat for fantasy purposes, but
he really lacks toughness.
Yeah, he's 100% soft.
It's weird.
Yeah,
it's strange to see a big man like that lack toughness, but we had Dwight Howard. But we had Dwight Howard.
Lacks toughness. Why do you think Jimmy Butler left? He's like, man, these fools are soft. I'm out. Yeah. These dudes don't want to win. No, they're not dedicated. They're not fired up to go out there and put it all on the line and win games.
Yeah, Wiggins, man, what a waste.
I mean, I'm not gonna say waste. He's still a solid talent, but
yeah, he's still a good player. But I mean, what a waste in that being a number 1 pick. When you get a number 1 pick, that's the guy that's gonna win you a championship. That's the chance you're taking.
That's what you're hoping for.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So
that's
it's like,
hoping for.
So unfortunately, it's not his fault that he was the number 1 pick. He was just the best, what they thought was the best player at the time. So guess what? You get picked, but now you either live up to it or you don't. Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't. He never will.
Yeah.
What about did we speak about Kawhi? What about Kawhi?
No, I mean, obviously Kawhi would be great because now you have this like, obviously, super awesome dynamic duo. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, Kawhi's so nice. It's so crazy that he's still that nice.
I mean, man,
everybody kind of expected it, but not really. They're just like, we don't know what the fuck we're gonna get. We don't know if that shit in San Antonio was real either, or if it was just pop. You know?
Yeah, it could have just been that San Antonio effect.
That happens sometimes. So okay, so we can agree on Kawhi. We can agree on Russ. PG not by himself. If it was PG and Russ though, yes, right? Or you would say that PG by himself too?
I mean, I think him and PG will make almost an awesome duo as him and Kawhi.
Oh, so you have PG on the Kawhi level?
Yeah, just
Wow.
about.
Okay.
Like, I have
That's
PG
interesting.
ahead of Kawhi offensively, Kawhi ahead of PG defensively. But, I mean, almost dead on,
Okay.
in my opinion. Same caliber.
What
I mean, have
about-
you seen what PG's been doing this year?
No,
Fucking
for
tremendous.
sure. Nobody's taking away from PG. PG is
I mean,
solid.
fuck.
What about KD and Bron?
No, I don't like it.
Why?
I don't like it as a KD fan. Okay? I want KD to beat LeBron as a KD fan.
Oh, okay.
And
You're just talking as an NBA fan.
Well, I'm talking about
Like
as
for
a Kevin Durant fan. And as a Laker fan, I want LeBron to beat KD. But not necessarily LeBron. I want the Lakers to beat everybody.
Right.
Right? But as a Kevin Durant fan, I've been a Kevin Durant fan since he was in high school. I followed his career for a cool minute, had his first pair of kicks and all that. Like, before he even had a signature line, everything. Like, I got the rookie cards, all that. You were there when I bought that rookie, when I got that rookie card in the pack.
We were in Santa Monica, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so I've been
we
a
were in Santa
KD fan
Monica.
for
Those
a
are pretty
minute.
cool. I wish I knew the name of that card
I
shop.
can't
I'd give
remember
him a
it.
shout out, but
Yeah.
it's a really nice card shop.
Yeah, and
I mean, it was very basic. It was like your typical card shop, but it was.
And I
but
went
they
in
had
there
a
and bought
lot of
that
stuff.
just one pack of cards because I was like, man, fuck it, I hadn't bought cards in a
And
cool
you got
minute.
that KD.
Bought one pack, got that KD rookie.
No,
It was like,
KD's always been nice. It took him a little while to adjust, more so just because of his physical.
I think more so.
You know what I mean?
I think the NBA adjusted more so than KD adjusted.
Oh, that's
KD
true.
hasn't necessarily changed. He's become more efficient and he's gotten better in certain things. He's gotten a little stronger. He's gotten
Yeah, that's
a little
what I'm
better.
saying. Like he had to get a little bit bigger, but you're right. The league also catered to his style of play. Eventually,
Overall, the NBA changed in general, and it made it a lot easier for him to be as great as he is.
Yeah, because he was always just a lengthy shooter.
Right,
you know
and
what I
he
mean,
was
to
going to be
start.
great
Mhm.
regardless. But I think the way that the NBA's game has changed, it's actually let him be better than he would have projected to have been before.
Yeah.
In the older NBA.
So basically, you would have LeBron as the number 1 player in the league and KD as the number 2.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was getting from that.
Yes.
Anyway, this is a weird one that people brought up before, but it's almost like the same player, just a younger version. Ben Simmons.
It doesn't work.
It's weird.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
LeBron needs people that can get buckets around him.
Yeah.
Right? Because LeBron's best asset is ability to find players in open spaces. Because he could draw the defense in on him. So, and he's great at making the right pass. He always has been. And he's actually so good at it that he gets criticized when he makes the right pass sometimes. Because people want him to be more aggressive, right? Especially in late game situations. But he's probably the best passer in the league, realistically.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
If
I
you
agree
put
with that.
size, position, all of that into the equation, he's probably the best passer in the league. Jokic probably second.
You know
what I mean?
You know how crazy it would be
If you're adding it all up like that.
if Ben Simmons wasn't the next like superstar you paired with LeBron, but instead he was just like an extra piece, and they convince him to come off the bench. Oh man, that would be crazy. That would be crazy, but it's just not possible. That's an alternate universe.
Yeah,
people.
that's never.
Don't
gonna
buy
work.
into that. What about Blake and LeBron? Blake Griffin.
You know, Blake has gotten better with his shooting.
Um,
Imagine you had those two guys.
Man, honestly, I'd rather have if I'm gonna get anybody from the Pistons, I'll take Drummond. Yeah.
Okay.
Over Blake.
Yeah, that
I
makes
like
sense.
Blake though, but I I I don't know. I just think for a Bron pairing, you kind of need that tough guy that's just gonna go there, do the dirty work, get all the boards,
Yeah.
get blocks.
He's
You know what I mean?
He's gonna live above the rim. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You want that
need
guy.
someone to worry about that down low, so you could get these great wingers to
Right, and Blake's
play on
just
the wing.
become more of like a bigger shooter that like can occasionally drive, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah.
And Blake ain't dunking on fools like he used to.
No,
so,
no, of course not.
So it's
a lot. People forget a lot of that with CP3 too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even before CP3, he was just doing ridiculous dunks.
He was a beast when he first came in.
But
he still is.
But that shit wore him out, I think.
That's why I think big men like that don't exist anymore. It's changed.
Their shelf life is very short. That's why I worry about a team that's gonna draft Zion, because players that play that style the shelf life is very short, at least for that style of play. The players can continue playing for multiple years past that, but they're going to have to adjust their game, and they might not be able to adjust as well as you hope.
Do you think the Knicks are going after Zion?
I believe so. I mean, I think if they're in that spot, they're taking them.
For sure.
They went and got their point guard, right? Dennis Smith Jr., so they're good in terms of having a point guard.
I got two more on my mind for this LeBron pairing.
Okay.
One of them is kind of a funny one. Well, when healthy, because he just got injured. But what about Oladipo with LeBron?
Oh, man. I like Oladipo too, but
what's the knock on him?
I think he's very talented. He's very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a super solid player, but he just made the jump.
Yeah.
Right? From being decent to solid, right? He just made the jump.
Right.
I don't think he's ready to make the next jump to be to that championship level jump.
Right.
Right? Because it's right. I mean, it's not just about getting buckets and putting up numbers.
Right.
When you get to that level, it's about playing the right role consistently, day in, day out, making big plays all day long, and seeing the job through.
If he stays at the level that he is right now, do you ever like foresee him being like a future 6th man of the year? Maybe. Maybe. Once he gets older, people forget about him a little bit. The last guy I wanted to throw out there for this LeBron pairing is a mega wild card right here. What about Luka Doncic?
The thing is, I don't think LeBron needs to play with a primary ball handler.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because a lot of times, Bron needs to be the one making those plays. Right? Because that's what his style of play is. Right? So, and then at the end of the day, it's like, do you want Luka to have the ball or do you want Bron to have the ball? Most likely you want Bron to have the ball. No knock on Luka, but it's like Bron, been there, done that, proven. Got rings. Greatest player of all time. Right? We know this. Like this, it's a different thing. I don't think Luka's the type of guy. I mean, I think he's a great player and he'd probably play well with him, but I think that would impact Luka more than it would help LeBron. Negatively impact Luka.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess I agree with that. I don't think Luka's ready right now, but could Luka become? Luka looks like he's on his way to become a really good player.
Yeah. Oh,
barring
sure.
injury, of course.
Yeah. Well,
barring injury,
that's what
of course.
anybody.
So, like after that, my top 5 would be in this order. This is the order that I would put my specific top 5. I would put at number 1. I would have KD. Because regardless of anything, I'm just looking at my best overall pairing. To me, it would just LeBron and KD. You already know that would just destroy the whole league. It has the potential to do it for sure. That's the number 1 and number 2 star in the league on the same team. Okay. For number 2, because I like the idea, is Dame. because I like the idea of how that team would run.
I
like,
love
it
that
would be
idea.
very exciting. That to me would be the Showtime Lakers
Right.
if you had Dame. It's a more random one. A Dame substitute that I guess could work, and it almost sounds funny calling this a substitute, but at number 3 I would have Russ. You know what I mean? Because he probably just won't. His mentality probably won't let him defer enough to LeBron as much as probably Dame's would.
Right.
Dame would probably just be like, all right, Bron, let's just win the chip, man. Kind of like a Kyrie.
Right.
Kind of like a Kyrie. He'd just be like, all right, I get it. But I think Dame would be even smarter than Kyrie because he's already been on his own before being the star for a while. So he'd probably just be like, nah, let's win a couple rings.
He would definitely come from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
So at number 4, then I would have Kawhi. Because Kawhi is another one that's just, I mean, come on. It's almost a no-brainer. He's only number 4 because of KD.
And technically,
Dame,
though,
and Russ.
Kyrie did have his own team before joining forces with LeBron.
He did, but he was barely growing into the league.
I know, but I just have to throw that out there. Just
right.
Just it's not that he didn't have his own team. It's just he wasn't even ready to have his own team at the time. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
So my number 5, it's kind of a cop-out because it's not really a number 5 based on the way that I set up those other guys, which is like, obviously those guys are not tradable.
Right.
So it's just like, it's a fantasy top 5. But at 5, I would still put Beal because I think that is a very good pairing with LeBron.
Solid.
And I think Beal just flies under the radar because he's in Washington, of course.
Yes.
And that's been John Wall's team and that organization's team in terms of they're the ones that cause all the news over there. And that team's been drama since, I mean, how long? You know? They've been in shambles. So any player that goes over there not named John Wall gets lost there.
It's true.
It's just what's going to happen. But that's my top 5. So number 1, KD, 2, Dame, number 3, Russ, 4, Kawhi, and number 5, Beal.
Okay.
Top 5 to pair with LeBron.
All right. So my top 5, I'll start with my 5th pick. I'm going to say Jokic. I think LeBron needs that inside presence.
Wow. Yeah, I was
someone
really
that can
thinking
score
Jokic.
from the inside, can shoot the mid-range, can kind of step
I
out,
like it.
can make all the passes, can defend. I mean, is an all-star. Solid pairing with LeBron, I believe.
I like that.
At number 4, I got Kawhi. I mean, I think you put Kawhi and Bron together, man, I feel bad for any 2, 3, or 4 because you're gonna have to play against either one of them throughout the whole game. Oh fuck!
And
if you start
so
torching,
dynamic on their own,
and if you start
It's
torching,
crazy.
and then they start double, oh man, yeah, okay. So
that would
Kawhi-
be fun too. They'd
Kawhi
just be some bullies.
is on that mix. At 3, I got Clay.
Oh,
because
yeah, I forgot about Clay.
obviously the Lakers connection's there, right? Clay's dad played for the Lakers, yada yada yada, won chips. Obviously that's there. So he's no Magic his whole life.
Hometown boy.
Obviously that's there, right? But then what does he bring to the basketball court? What does he bring to the Lakers team, right? What does he bring to the product on the floor? Well, obviously he's one of, if not the best shooter in the league. Right? Best catch and shoot guy fucking I have ever seen. God damn. Best catch and shoot guy I have ever seen.
Yeah.
And he's probably the best two-way player in the league. Right? He's going to guard your best player. He's going to score more than your best player on some nights without taking any dribbles.
Yeah, I like Clay.
Right? So he's going to give you everything, and he's not even giving you everything in Golden State. He's not giving you everything he got there.
No, because he's got to defer. There's
Right.
a lot of stars there.
So, I'm thinking there's so much more there. There's so much more that could be utilized.
Like some untapped potential. Yeah, there definitely could be. Yeah,
So,
I agree.
That I put him
I just
above
like Clay
Kawhi.
overall.
Yeah,
As an
me
overall
too.
player, he's just well-rounded.
That's
Yeah,
kind of why I
NBA
put him a
player.
little over Kawhi, even though Kawhi probably would be better. I mean, in terms of the on-court product, what we get in return.
Kawhi has more athleticism.
I mean, not necessarily just athleticism, but his dynamicism, right? His ability to guard anybody, his ability to score on anybody, right? And then that includes scoring on PG. That includes scoring on Bron, right? That includes scoring on some of these big, baddest players in the league, right? He's a quiet killer. I love Kawhi. Clay's a quiet killer too, but Clay, from everything that I've heard about Clay from the Warriors, he's the best teammate. He's like the funniest dude. He's a great locker room guy. So getting Clay, you're not gonna have any of those issues. You're not gonna have any kind of issues.
He's obviously going to be one of the best shooters in the league, and you get all of that package. That's a great pairing.
But it just puts him like under superstar, because I think that's what makes you a superstar now in the league is you have to be flexible with your talent.
Right.
Like,
that's the difference. Kawhi would be more of a superstar, and Klay is just an all-star. Right?
Yeah.
But you might not necessarily need to put a superstar with LeBron. You could just put an all-star, right?
I don't think Dame is a superstar yet. And he's my number 2.
Right, it's putting all-star. So let me get to my number 2. Plan Beal. Right? So Bradley Beal.
Planet Beal.
Number 2 pick for the best player to play with LeBron, in my opinion. Because he's going to give you what Klay's going to give you essentially. I mean, he's not going to give you as best of three-point shooting. He's not going to be the best defender. But
he's like a poor man's Klay.
He's literally the most realistic option on this list of getting. That's why I have him at number 2.
Yeah,
so
that's
high.
the only reason I put him on my list too. I was like, man,
that's the only reason why he's so high is because there's more of a chance that they'll get him
out of
than
the guys
anybody
that
else
are
on
possible.
him.
Yeah,
right.
He's the sexiest choice for sure.
Because if I'm Kawhi, I probably stay in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm Klay, I try to stay in Golden State if they can give me the money. Right. If I'm Jokic, it's too early for me to dip. Right. And then. So for Beal...
No, and Jokic can become a star there, too.
Right, and then for Beal, everything that I laid out about the Wizards earlier, they need to shed the cap space. They need to get younger. They need to get draft picks. They need to think about their future because their future is all tied into John Wall, and that's probably going to blow up in their face.
Who's your number 1?
So my number 1 is Kyrie.
Oh, shit. Wow, you came out left field with that one. I mean, it makes sense though. But I'm not surprised. But damn,
they want to play together. They're friends. They won a championship already.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows how to beat the Warriors, then the only 2 guys that have ever done it can. They do. They know how to do it.
Yeah.
They've done it. So you put them back together and.
That makes sense to me. It's just
and plus I'm a super duper Kyrie fan, so bring Kyrie. I need that Uncle Drew.
Also, those Kyrie versus Curry battles are always fun.
Yes,
those are crazy. Yes. Those are crazy. I think that's why it helps because Kyrie really turns it up when he plays Curry. I think that's why it helps.
Definitely. So let me go over my top 5 again. Kyrie at 1, Bradley Beal at 2, Klay at 3, Kawhi at 4. And Jokic at 5.
Okay, I like that Jokic at 5 though.
Yeah,
I that one crossed my mind. I was like, fuck, Jokic. Yeah, no, I really like Jokic. I just think, like I said, if you guys have not seen this guy play, please. I know it's weird to watch Denver Nuggets games. No shit, but
but they be on ESPN sometimes, so you'd be all right.
Yeah, just watch it. Watch them against the Jazz or some shit.
Even worse. But that's our top 5 best players to pair with LeBron.
There you go. Rate them. Put them in your own. Make your own top 5 if you like.
Yeah. Post your top 5. Send it to us on Twitter at WDKS Podcast. Anywhere you see us, message us. Let us know.
YouTube.
Tell us your favorite top 5 players to pair with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you put with him and why?
And
let us know.
Could you find us on iTunes yet?
Yeah. We're available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. We're available pretty much anywhere you get podcasts now, so no more issues with that. And I guess that wraps up the 3rd episode of the We Don't Know Shit podcast. So,
finally stopped raining in LA too.
It did. It's nice sunny and like 60 degrees. It's cold as shit.
I feel like
it feels cold, but
2 months.
It's not.
I saw sunshine.
But so that's it. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Hey.